Musk does not suffer from analysis paralysis in any way throughout the book. He is depicted and extremely decisive. He is act quickly, maybe too quickly for some people, but it's possible that he is this way because he can process a lot information simultaneously. In some cases, it hurts him, but in others, his decisiveness gives him a competitive advantage. He uses science, physics, and rational thinking to come up with solutions quickly without adding politics or ego into the equation, not always, but most of the time. If an employee was right and held his ground, Musk would consider element and move on. The best way to describe this is as a bias towards action at all times. The advantage I saw in Musk bias towards action is that they would go through the experience quickly and is now doing he would receive immediate feedback on whether that decision was optimal or not. He analyzes an issue and then makes a decision instantly. The goal to make the best decision possible, which is something that is controllable and not necessarily a specific outcome which is less controllable. Then once he makes a decision, he goes all in hand, and in the decisive process he receives immediate feedback, success or failure. That is it. Action leads to clarity and inaction leads to doubt. And if the action was incorrect, then you will have feedback to quickly adjust. But you just think and don't take actions, you will never know what's the right move. This reminds me of a quote once heard, makes a decision and then make it right. Number two, aggressive optimism. I really don't know any other way to describe it other than being an aggressive optimist. In the initial stage of starting Tesla, Musk couldn't find auto part suppliers because the companies he approached didn't believe Tesla would ever get far enough to actually building a car. The experts doubted him. This is thing in his life be the way. Musk consistently heard from suppliers, investors, and even his own employees. It can't be done. Those employees were quickly replaced by Musk himself, who would literally do the work or project they said couldn't be done. And if he succeeded, the employee would be fired. Musk is a computer programmer by training, yet he wants to send 80,000 people to Mars by 2050 without aggressive optimism. This isn't possible. He built an electric car company without any prior knowledge or experience in the auto industry. To build a space company, he read everything he could find about rocket science and hosted roundtable discussion with experts on aeronautics and physics, space, and NASA. I am an optimistic, which means live in a constant state of believing and expecting that things will work for the best. And but there's downside to this type of mindset of if your efforts doesn't match the goal, no work, no results. In Musk version of optimism, he does everything possible to ensure that things work out for the best instead of relying on hope. Hope is not a part of his aggressiveness and optimism. Third is work ethics, your goals. If you say that most people want to successful, but among this group there are some who want it more, and there an even smaller group who will do whatever it takes to succeed. I heard someone once say that if you kind of want something, then you will kind of get it. No matter how much you want something, if your work ethics doesn't match the goal, you cannot achieve it. Musk has a reputation for outworking the work. When he speaks of working 16 hours a day for years, he does it with so much of a matter of fact attitude that it seems normal. I am not proposing 80 to 100 hours work week, but we do need to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, does my work ethics match my goals? Be honest with yourself. In college, I attempted to start an internet company, and the reason it wasn't successful wasn't that the technology needed wasn't around or because of lack of startup capital. It was primarily due to my insufficient effort and persistence. Despite some investors being 100% convinced that his ideas would work, they still invested in Musk ideas, but be more exact, that didn't invest in his companies as much as they were investing in Musk himself and his insane work ethics and commitments. If Musk didn't succeed, it would not have been for a lack of work ethics.